What's up guys, it's Widgeon TV here. Welcome back to another fantastic Widgeon TV video. Today's video is going to be on unflinching versus high caliber rounds. Okay, so I think I have a pretty interesting video for you guys today, but first up, I'd like to thank everybody for the continued support of my small channel. I'm quickly approaching 1,000, and that wouldn't be possible without all of you. So I think I have a pretty interesting video for you guys, so let's jump straight into it. I made this little diagram in hopes that it helps you keep track of what perks are being used at the time. Green, which is for our control tests that have no high caliber and no unflinching. Red for just high caliber, and blue for unflinching and high caliber. So in the first control test, she's using a tread upon stars without high caliber rounds. And as you can see on the bottom of the screen, I've marked where the reticle bounces. So that's pretty straightforward there. So next up, it's going to be high caliber versus unflinching. And this was pretty interesting. It's pretty much the same recoil pattern, but the side with unflinching is a little bit higher. And then I'll insert our control test. And as you can see, pretty much everything is exactly the same. No real difference. So next up, we're going to be testing with Monte Carlo. And if you haven't tried it out yet, you should really try out the Monte Carlo in the Crucible because it's a beast right now. With quite a few control shots, it actually shot the cursor off the screen to the point where I couldn't measure it. Pretty impressive there. And then we'll move to high caliber versus unflinching, and here's where some big differences start happening. With high caliber and Monte Carlo, I could only measure 3 bounces. The rest of the time, the reticle was completely off the screen and I could not see it. And as you can see with unflinching, I could actually measure 4. So there is some improvement there, but not a lot. And again, I'll insert the control test. And really the big thing to take away here is that there are a lot more points on the control test that I could measure. And that means the flinch was definitely affected by high caliber rounds. I think that was pretty interesting. So now we will move on to the Clever Dragon, one of the most infamous guns in the Crucible right now, and you're about to find out why. So as you can see, the control test is already brutal, and this is without high caliber rounds. And now to move on to high caliber rounds versus unflinching. Now these are the most interesting results that I've found of the 3 weapons that I've tested. So as you can see, high caliber rounds absolutely makes this gun a monster. I could only measure 2 points before I died. And if you look over at unflinching, there are actually quite a few points. Unflinching really helped when going against the Clever Dragon. And I'll insert the control test again, and look at that, some pretty interesting results. High caliber rounds does improve this gun, but not by a huge margin. And unflinching works really well versus the Clever Dragon. Alright, so that's all I have for testing, but I think there was a really clear answer here for high caliber rounds versus unflinching. It is very clear that unflinching will help you out when going against a gun with high caliber rounds. But in the end, it really won't help out that much. Guns with high caliber rounds in the Crucible are some of the strongest there have ever been. And because a recent nerf to unflinching, that took it down from 25% to 15%. And so I think guns with high caliber rounds have a real secure spot in the meta of Destiny right now. Alright, so I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my small channel. Thanks for sticking with Widgeon TV. Thanks for watching, guys.
You're in the lead.
What's up guys, it's Widgeon TV here. Today I'm going to be going in depth with everybody's favorite perk, Firefly. So in this video I'm going to be talking about 3 different